It's Tuesday, August 17th, 2021, and what a day it was in the market. This is After the Bell. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. I'm Richard Allen. Welcome to the TipRanks YouTube channel. I post here at least twice a day, so if you aren't subscribed already, please do that and hit that notification bell so you can get notified each and every time that we post here on the channel. And if you find any value in this video at all, please hit that like button down below. I would love to have you do that. But today, what a day it was in the market. The S&P and the Dow tanked today. The NASDAQ was down as well. Bitcoin's down. What a crazy day in the market after the S&P and the Dow hit all-time highs yesterday. It was absolutely nuts. So we're going to cover the S&P and the Dow, the NASDAQ as well. We'll cover Bitcoin like we always do. We'll cover the top losers and gainers in the market. And then we have news from Palantir doing some crazy stuff last month. We have Cathie Wood and Michael Burry at each other's throats, essentially. And then we're going to talk about PSTH and what's going on with the lawsuit there. So we got lots of news to cover. Let's jump over to TipRanks.com. The S&P 500 down 0.71% today. The Dow down almost 300 points, down 0.79%. And then the NASDAQ still above 15,000 points, but down 0.91% on the day. So all the major indices took a big hit today because of everything we talked about yesterday. I kind of said, look, the market's broken, and then the next day everything falls. Look, we had this huge streak of everything going on with the coronavirus, the Delta variants ramping up, the Taliban essentially taking over Afghanistan from the government there. So a lot of scary stuff going on in the market, and the market not really reacting. So I expected something like this to happen, and the market has responded to that. But let's take a peek at Bitcoin too, because Bitcoin's down below 45,000 a coin again for the first time in a few days, but down 2% on the day there. On Friday last week, I made a video talking about Bitcoin and whether or not, asking you guys whether or not you thought it was going to go back towards 46 or go up towards 50 after it hit 48,000. And it definitely went back towards 46 and has fallen further since then. So the bullishness in Bitcoin is dissipating a little bit in the short term, but let me know what you guys think. Do you think Bitcoin's going to recover in the short term from here, or keep falling again back towards even 30 potentially? Let me know how you guys feel down in the comments. But let's jump over. Let's cover stocks on the move. We're going to cover the top losers first in after hours. We have Fox, ticker symbol FOX, down almost 3% after hours. We have Allegiant Travel Company down 4.5%. ALGT is the ticker symbol there. We have Cree in the third spot, down 4.5% as well. Ticker symbol there is CREE. We have Adagio Therapeutics, ticker symbol ADGI, down 5% after the bell. And then Grubhub, JustEatTakeaway.com, 7.7% down after the bell. But the top gainers, different story. We have SailPoint Technologies up 4% after the bell. Tilray up 4.7% after the bell. Ticker symbol there is TLRY. We have ADT, same as the ticker symbol there, up as well after hours. ALCON, or Alcon, up 6.5% after the bell. Ticker symbol there is ALC. And then Infrastructure Holdings, ticker symbol INST, rounding out the top 5 after the bell, up 8%. So some big movers after the bell there. But what's going on in news? Palantir, you know Palantir, it's one of the most popular stocks out there to hold. It's in, I think it's in the top 10 in Robinhood. So a lot of people holding Palantir, hoping that it's going to do well. And this is a stock that has gone from $10, I think, up to $60. It's been all over the board. It's trading around 20 something right now. But Palantir actually hedging against what's going on in the market right now, buying $50 million in gold bars in August as their cash pile grows. What the heck is going on? We've had Palantir also talking about investing in cryptocurrencies as well, but they bought a lot of gold, $50 million worth of gold to hedge against the potential for inflation. Now, there are other people talking about Delta and COVID being a deflationary measure as well. So there's a lot going on in the market right now, a lot of contradictory things happening right now. But how COVID could be deflationary is if people aren't willing to spend money, if they're willing to hang on to their money, if prices rise, right? That is a deflationary thing that could happen in the market. So keep that in mind. If consumer confidence is low, but supply continues to rise as well, then prices won't go up as high. So COVID could be a deflationary thing as well. I hope you guys get that. But Palantir stock was down 2% today in normal trading. So along with the whole market, everything was down. And after the bell was down an additional 0.33% as well. So ticker symbol PLTR comes with a moderate sell and with essentially a flat, no downside or upside, but essentially 0.71% downside for Palantir. But after the bell, essentially it hit that downside. So we have price ranges here from 17 all the way up to 30. So kind of all over the board for Palantir. But what do you guys think about Palantir? Let me know down in the comments. PLTR, is it one of your favorite stocks like it is most people on Robinhood? Do you have any Palantir in your portfolio? Do you believe in this long term? I really like Palantir long term, and part of that is I don't totally understand what they do. And I think for a technology company, for a company that does what they do, they have a unique moat in the technology space, and I think that's a good thing for long term. I think this could be a big company over the long term. In other news, we have Cathie Wood and Michael Burry. Hopefully you guys know who Cathie Wood is. She is the leader of the ARK Innovation ETF and a lot of other ETFs, ARK ETFs. They have a lot of ETFs. They manage a ton of money, billions of dollars. I think they're in the $30 to $40 billion range now of managed ETF. Her and Michael Burry. Michael Burry is essentially the investor who made a ton of money during the housing crash back in 2008. They bet against the market back in 2008, bet against the housing market, which was a crazy thing back then, made billions of dollars. This is also the guy who sort of made a ton of money during the GME situation as well, and called a lot of that, saying that GME was undervalued, and made a lot of money there as well. So they're essentially going at it. Michael Burry, it came out that Michael Burry is betting against the ARK ETFs, essentially has over 2,000 put contracts against the ARK Innovation Fund, the flagship ARK fund. And here's what Cathie Wood has to say about that. She says, to his credit, Michael Burry made a great call based on fundamentals and recognized the calamity brewing in the housing mortgage market. I do not believe that he understands the fundamentals that are creating explosive growth and investment opportunities in the innovation space. Wow. So she slapped back against Michael Burry for saying, look, I don't think he understands what's going on with the market right now. He did back then, but she's in a polite way saying Michael Burry is out of touch. Now, I want you guys to decide, what do you think down in the comments? Let me know. Is Michael Burry right, the guy who called the housing crisis back in 2008, or is Cathie Wood correct? Now, if we look at how the ARK Innovation ETF is doing, it was down about 1%. Again, the broader market was down right around 1% as well. It tends to follow the NASDAQ pretty well because it is very tech heavy, Tesla, things like that. But overall, year to date, the ARK Innovation ETF is down when the NASDAQ is up slightly year to date. So something to keep in mind. Do you guys think that Cathie Wood is out of touch with the market, or Michael Burry is out of touch with the market? I'll let you know what I think down in the comments. I'll answer some of your comments if you let me know what you think down there. So let me know, okay? Let's move on to the last bit of news I want to cover is PSTH. Now, this is a massive SPAC, huge SPAC from Bill Ackman. Now, Bill Ackman, very, very smart investor, made a couple $1 billion on a $20 million bet that the market was going to tank back in February, and ended up being right. So very, very smart investor, and has a huge SPAC called Pershing Tontine Holdings. Not sure what that means, but PSTH is the ticker symbol there. Now, they announced some sort of weird investment with trying to acquire a portion, 10% of Universal Music Group, not taking it public. It was a very confusing sort of thing that ended up falling through. Then it came back on that they were going to purchase 7% of Universal Music Group. So very weird situation for the SPAC, but now investors are suing PSTH, saying that they were offered staggering compensation to the directors and asking that the entity's special status be revoked. So, what is going on with PSTH? Do you guys know anything about this? It looks like the stock is at really what seems like an all-time low, trading right at almost $20 per share. It was down 0.5 percentage point, and then I'm down a little bit after the bell as well. You can see that here, but a far cry from its $32 per share back in February. You can see that this is pretty much trading at an all-time low. I think the net asset value for PSTH was $22 or $21.50 or something like that. So I believe it is trading below the net asset value for the SPAC. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think Bill Ackman is doing some weird stuff with the SPAC and it's not even worth getting involved in right now? Or do you think this is an opportunity to buy the SPAC? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Guys, thank you so much for joining me for another episode of After the Bell. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Again, if you aren't subscribed already, please do that. Hit the like button for me if you can, and comment down below whatever you want to comment. I would love to hear from you guys. I'll see you in the next one.